So it is no secret by now that YouTubers make money, but how much money do successful YouTubers make online? I think there is so much mixed information out there. So today's video, I'm going to be breaking down for you my analytics and the money that I made from ad revenue alone in 2020. I also want to add in here before we break down my analytics that many people believe that success on YouTube has a dollar amount or a subscriber count number. A lot of people don't believe that you're a successful YouTuber unless you have 1 million or 10 million or 20 million followers. I think success and happiness go together. If you're not happy making content, you're not successful in my mind. YouTube is a really challenging place, and if you're not having fun with it and you're not creating content that you want to, that's not success to me. My personal belief that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I also want to add before we start that never in my wildest dreams did I think I could make money online. And also, I think that people feel as though YouTube is extremely competitive, and I think people don't go for it because they're like, oh, that channel exists, or someone does vlog channels, or someone makes this kind of content, so I can't do it already. And I think that is just insecurity, but I also think that people hold themselves back from doing the things that they want to do because they see other examples of people already doing that. A great example of this is Rihanna.
Days and your cheeks looking like baby cheeks, you just got like, see that look.
She created Fenty as if MAC didn't already exist, as if all of these brands didn't already exist, right? So I'm saying that to tell you to just go for it. If you want to create content on YouTube, go for it, because the worst thing that can happen is you're gonna have fun creating content and people aren't gonna find it. That's like the worst thing that could happen, right? So let's just jump into these analytics. First thing I wanna look at here is reach. So how far are my videos going? How many people are seeing my videos? And I kind of want to just go over these analytics very quickly. I will do a follow-up video explaining how to understand your analytics if you guys want that kind of video. But since today is specifically about money, I'm just going to do a quick overview of my analytics, just a run through of what I see on my end. In 2020, and that's January 1st to December 31st, my impressions were 310 million impressions, 4.3% impressions click-through rate, and 20 million views as a whole in 2020. And then YouTube kind of just goes over where this traffic comes from, which is really beneficial to content creators. It helps us understand where this traffic's coming from. So that's great. 50% came from Google. So people were just typing in, my name or what have you on Google. So that is just a really interesting thing to see. YouTube is amazing at breaking down your analytics. They're so good at walking you through everything, and they're so good at helping you understand how to make better content, specifically because of the data. So we can know our audience, we know where the searches are coming from, what people are watching besides us, which is also beneficial to us. It helps us understand our niche a little bit better. This is engagement. Now again, they're amazing at letting us know how long you guys are staying on the videos. To have an average view duration of over 9 minutes, I'm really proud of that. I think that's a great view duration. Personally, I believe that if people are watching at least half of your video, I think you're doing great. I think that's amazing. You have to understand that in this is 2020, there's so much content out there, right? So if you're capturing your audience's attention for more than half of video, let's just say, for example, it's 10 minutes long or 20 minutes long, if you're capturing their attention for half of that time, I think you're doing great. I think that's amazing. So again, it just tells me what my top performing videos were for 2020, and Reese's video with me did surprisingly well. What meth use is like in the desert, what really happens in a prison shower, never have I ever, prison Q&A, and I had a baby in prison. Those are my top performing videos in 2020. All of those videos are over 1 million views. So they're very successful. What really happens in a prison shower is almost at 2 million views. And I'm really proud of that because I never thought that would happen. So let's see, the moment you've all been waiting for. How much money did I make from a channel that has about 500,000 subscribers in the year of 2020? Here we go. Okay, so as you can tell on the bottom of this, where the green chart is, content creators make most of our money at the end of the year. And I find that true when I watch other videos like this. I see, a very distinct pattern here where our CPM increases, and CPM is cost per milli, which is really cost per 1,000 views. Now, here you see that during this time, my average CPM was $10, we get half of that. So what, a little over $5 was my RPM. That's rate per million. That goes to me, which is, it really should be rate per 1,000 views, not milli. But that is what we get paid. And it is very apparent if you look at the graph, like I said, that most of that money is coming in at the end of the year. So in the year of 2020, I made, drum roll, I made $110,000, with most of that coming in at the end of the year. Now, I think that's amazing. I'm so proud of that. I also want to include here that this is before tax. So taxes take a huge chunk out of our revenue. So I had to pay almost $20,000 in taxes this year. So it is very important that when you are earning money online, especially, YouTube and everything, it's very important that you keep track of your expenses, you keep track of how much you're going to owe. You can pay quarterly taxes, you can just pay all in one lump sum. It's up to you how you do that. But I am taxed at a very high bracket. And yes, I wrote off everything from a lunch with other content creators. I wrote off every single thing I could, an SD card, lighting, my office chair. I can write off a space in my house because I have a dedicated workspace. So I wrote off as much as I could, and I still had to pay that much money in taxes. So to bring in a 6-figure income just on ad revenue alone, I am so proud. Like, I'm so proud of myself. And I know that might not seem like a lot of money to a lot of people, but I don't care. That's a ton for me. And while I can't show you the money that I've earned in sponsorships, I can't show you, things like that. For this to bring in what it does just on ad revenue, I'm very, very proud. So let's see if we can look and see how much money I made in 2019, because it wasn't even close. Right, so in 2019, I made $71,000. And again, big chunk of that is taken out for taxes. But I do wanna say here that I am unbelievably proud of that. And my growth from year to year is just amazing. And I never thought that that was possible. So you have to think about it like this. I love that I can go back through and look at my progress. 2019, I made 71. 2020, I made 110. And man, that to me is a fortune. That to me is just unbelievable. I'm gonna go over how much money I've made on my best performing videos, because this is a lot of videos. It looks like, oh wow, $100,000, but what you don't see is all of the videos that had to equal up to that. I've made over 300 videos in my YouTube career just on my main channel alone. So in order to do that, it's a lot of time. And my equipment cost hundreds of dollars. I now have a team of people that help me edit my videos, but when I was doing it by myself, I'd spend 7-8 hours a day filming the video, editing the video, putting it up, creating a thumbnail, and it literally was a full-time job to get this growth. And in complete transparency, there's an element of luck to YouTube. We can't decide what videos they recommend, what videos get pushed out. We have no idea what videos are gonna perform well. We can kind of guess, and we listen to your feedback on what you guys wanna watch. And again, these are free videos that I make for the internet, right? They're free. YouTube doesn't cost you anything unless you pay for premium, which is calculated in a different way in our revenue. But these are free videos for you guys. It just takes, time to skip those 5-second ads, right? So you never know if a video is gonna perform well, if it's gonna be demonetized, and that's just kind of the game with YouTube. You kind of have to guess what's gonna perform well. And just me personally, I can't speak for all content creators, the videos that perform the best on my channel are not my favorite videos. The videos that tank, honestly, are usually my favorite, like the Ratchet prison cooking videos. I also got the hookup. On some creamy chicken ramen. So if you want to come to my cell later and buy a soup, I am running a store. I love those videos. I have so much fun making those videos, and they don't perform that well. They don't make me that much money, but I will never stop making them, because my driving force on YouTube is not money. My driving force is creating content that I love. Spreading awareness on addiction, prison, and mental health. It's not about making money. Money does, however, allow me to dedicate time to this as a full-time job. If it wasn't bringing in any money, I couldn't make as many videos, but I would still make videos. So let's compare a couple of different kinds of videos as far as revenue goes. So this video has 45,000 views, a CPM of $12. It has about 45,000 views, and it made me $312.08. Now, I think that's great. I'm showing you guys this in particular because a lot of videos like this are my average videos. To me, a successful video on my channel, successful like in terms of views, because a lot of people view your success in terms of views. I don't personally think that, but to me, if we're just going off views, I think 100,000 views is a successful video on YouTube. So let's go to this one. It has 123,000 views. This revenue went to my friend's funeral. So it has 123,000 views. The CPM on this one was $14. It was a little bit higher. I can't tell you why that is. It just kind of is. And this video made $956.53. All of that was donated. But you know, it does equal out to my revenue at the end of the year. But every video equals out to my revenue at the end of the year. And I would say on average, I have about, I don't know, a couple of videos a month with over 100,000 views. So I think that's really good. You know, 100,000 people watch this video. I think that's amazing. I am amazed when it's 45,000 views. I really don't spend a lot of time on the views. I do want to end this video with saying that a lot of people that create content have what I call the YouTube monster. And I stole that from my friend CG Kid. And that is where they're constantly reading every comment and they're constantly worried about the views and the money and the clicks. And that way of life sucks. There are people that depend so heavily on ad revenue just to pay their bills, and I completely understand that. And then there are people that aren't necessarily depending on every single dollar that gets brought in, but they have the YouTube monster where they just kind of it's like almost like an addiction where they compulsively check their analytics. And I never want YouTube to be unhealthy. I want YouTube to be a fun space for me. And I have seen people really struggle with that. People that I love and care about have struggled with the YouTube monster. I am definitely guilty of struggling with comments and reading all the comments when it's not healthy for me and I shouldn't do that. So in my personal life, I don't have the YouTube app on my phone. Like I can watch YouTube, but I don't see the comments come through in real time. That has helped my mental health a lot. And I think, you know, before I close this video, I do want to say that mental health is very important, and people that create content on YouTube are also human beings, and sometimes it gets really hard. It gets really hard. And if you're creating content and it's becoming difficult for you, or maybe you're not making as much money as my channel does, please don't compare yourself to me and compare yourself to this channel. I have met some of the most talented creators that don't have a million subscribers that are unbelievably talented and genuine and just heartfelt and amazing. I watch some amazing content creators that have under 100K and they're so great. And you know, a lot of them are in the prison community like JC from Wrong Too Strong, Prison Life Inside and Out, Jen Cutting, Karima After Addiction, Megan F, CG Kid, well, he's over 100K, but you know, these people create content that is so powerful and so moving. So don't judge a channel based on its subscriber count. Judge a channel based on whether or not you love to watch it and if that person brings you joy or what have you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and this breakdown of my analytics. If you want to see more videos like this, please thumbs up this video so that I know that you like these kind of videos, and I will continue to make them for as long as you want to watch them. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.